if I can do my New England accent. They were like, you're so laid back. You're so laid back. And you just seem just like nothing bothers you. Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Nurse Channie here with another video today. Y'all, I am trying desperately to get this filming space situation figured out. I have not really found a great space in this room that I'm in that is the best angle for filming. So work with me, work with your girl. So today I'm gonna do a subscriber request video. So I have some notes here. So if you don't know, my name is Chandra, aka Nurse Channie. I am a labor and delivery postpartum nurse, and I'm currently on a travel assignment in Massachusetts. This is my home away from home. So one of my subscribers asked me to do a video about orientation, how I like the unit. She wanted me to talk about the hospital and let you guys know whether or not I like or dislike it, or what I like and dislike about the experience. So let's get it started. Orientation. Hospital orientation for me as a traveler was the same as it would be for a employee who was new to the hospital. I was in orientation with a few other travelers, and then the majority of the other people in orientation were employees of the hospital, nurses, nursing techs, some admin staff, so a mixed bunch, right? The thing that was frustrating about it to me, talking about things that I dislike, is that it wasn't a consecutive week of orientation. It was a day here, half a day here, some orientation on the unit, come back the next week and finish up 2 more days of full hospital orientation, which was a bore and a snore. For 8 hours, someone is just standing up there talking. So of course they had all of the different representatives from different departments come, leadership, security, all those things that you need to know. Now, I'm not saying the information is not valuable, but can we just get it in a packet? Can you give me a packet? I'll sign off that I got it, and I'm gonna hand it back to you. Yes, I'm oriented. So that's just part of the process when you get any job that you have to go through orientation. That was hospital orientation. So in addition to that, I got 3 days of orientation onto the actual unit I'm on. So what is different about this assignment than my last one is that I'm actually on a labor and delivery unit. The last time I did a travel assignment, I was on a postpartum unit. So I'm doing L&D, which is good to switch things up sometimes. My background is labor and delivery, postpartum, special care nursery. That's how I was trained as a new grad nurse. I got 2 8-hour days of orientation and 1 12-hour day. So in my last video, I talked about how if you desire to be a travel nurse, my recommendation really is that you have at least 2 years of solid experience in whatever your chosen specialty is before you decide to look into becoming a travel nurse, because you only get those 2-3 days of orientation. That is being oriented to the computer system, being oriented to how the unit processes, the unit policies, the way they do things here. And yeah, and then after that, you're on your own. So one of my statements is always, patient care is patient care. When you know how to take care of a patient, that is the easy part. The hard part is navigating the computer system. So at the hospital at home that I work at, we use Epic. This hospital does not use Epic. They use a system called Meditech, and I've used Meditech before, but this is a different version of Meditech. And I think I'm pretty much okay with it. If you are a nurse or nursing student, nursing tech, you know that charting is 50% of your job. You're taking care of your patient, but you are also spending a great deal of time charting. So you have to know how to navigate that computer system. And I'm going to say that's been the most challenging part of this assignment thus far. But it's, you know, when things are moving fast paced and you got to put orders in and you have to be able to locate things like prenatal records, labs, you got to input data in, input orders in, and you don't have a lot of time to be fiddling around. That part is challenging. So thankfully, the other nurses on the unit that I work on have been very helpful with helping me with things that I forget when it comes to the computer system. Things are very fast paced in labor and delivery. So on the postpartum side, there can be emergencies, or there can be things that require you to be very attentive to them. But for the most part, in postpartum, you're doing a lot of teaching of the new parent, and you're caring for that new mom and the baby. You know, you can take your time and do things in postpartum. Labor and delivery, things are moving fast. Like last night, I had my first delivery by myself, which went from 0 to 100 real quick, okay? My patient was an induction. She was a Cytotec induction, which means we took a little pill, put it in her cervix. That would make her body start to go into labor. She was only 1 centimeter. When we started this process, we started that at about 10 p.m. So 10 p.m., she's 1 centimeter. It wasn't her first baby. It was her third baby. So her body naturally started to do what it was supposed to in response to this medication. It's about 2:30 in the morning, and I went in with the doctor. We were going to check her to see what kind of progress she was making. She's looking more uncomfortable, looking at the contraction pattern, noticing that her contractions were becoming very regular. Because of my experience, I knew looking at her contraction pattern, she's probably going to go quickly. So 3 o'clock, we go in to check her. She's now 4 centimeters. So it had been 4 hours and she changed to 4 centimeters. So once you hit 4 centimeters, you are now what we call in active labor. So she became in active labor, and her active labor went from 4 centimeters to fully dilated in less than an hour. She wanted to get an epidural. I knew she wasn't going to get an epidural because at 3:30, she was 8 centimeters. So she was moving rapidly. And so it was difficult for me to chart everything that was going on. So I'm sitting here trying to be attentive to my patient, trying to chart things in the computer system, trying to get the baby bed ready because I knew that she was going to go quickly. She goes to fully dilated at about 3:35, and I was doing a pretty good job keeping up with charting, but because I don't know where all the tabs and everything were, I was just like, I'm just going to write a whole bunch of narrative notes while I'm holding this lady's leg and trying to help her breathe and all kinds of stuff. So we had us a baby. And it was a great outcome. The baby was fine. Mom was so excited that she was no longer in pain. And all's well that ends well. But I am thankful that there was another nurse who was able to come in and assist me with the baby. I did fine. And so after my patient was delivered, I was able to sit down with this computer and try to figure out, okay, now I need to chart. So my patient delivered at 3:35. I was not finished, I'm sorry, 3:45. I was not finished with all of my documentation for this one delivery until 6:30 in the morning, until I transferred her down to the postpartum unit. And even after I transferred her, when I came back up, I was still charting. So I said that whole long story about the delivery to just illustrate that charting when you are not familiar with the computer system is a big challenge. But as with anything, as you continue to do it with repetition, I have no doubt that by next week I will be so much better at charting on their computer system. So that has been the biggest challenge for me thus far, learning the computer system. The hospital itself is a small community hospital. 90, I think their statistics say 90% of their population that they serve is Hispanic. And so I don't speak Spanish. So that has been another challenge. Like, I really need to invest in Rosetta Stone. I was telling my girlfriend this morning, I said, girl, they wanted me to have A1 classes and ACLS. They should have sent me to Rosetta Stone, because it's hard when you want to effectively communicate with your patient and you don't speak the language. It is really a disservice to your patient, because you're not really meeting their needs if you can't communicate with them effectively. So they do offer an interpreter service, an in-person interpreter. However, I work night shifts. At night, that's not available to us. But they do have an interpreter iPad. So I had to pull that iPad out 3 times last night when I did my assessment. I used the interpreter iPad. The physician came in to do a procedure on the patient. We used the iPad. And then again, when I thought that she was going to get the epidural, I had to call the interpreter because I just wanted to confirm, do you want this epidural or not? Because you don't want to do a procedure on your patient and you really have not confirmed with them what they want. Now, I will say a lot of the providers there do speak Spanish, which is great. And I kept having to say to the doctors last night, what did she say? What did she say? What did she say? But I feel like a fool because she's all like, duh, 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 talking to them. And I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Un momento, mommy. Necesita the interpreter. Like, I got the most broken Spanglish ever. That's as far as my Spanish goes. I know how to say, are you in pain? Tiene dolor? Donde le duele? Where is your pain? I know that, but other than that, that's my whole Spanish. Oh, and I know congratulations. Felicidades. And my patient was so cute after I took her down to the postpartum unit. She was so sweet and so appreciative. Her and her husband and her little boy, the cutest family ever. But she was so sweet. She's like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So she was thankful for the care that I gave her. And I'm like, I'm trying, ma'am. I'm trying. I'm trying to communicate with you. Because when she was in pain, she was going through it. As far as the hospital, do I like it? So far, so good. I have been here for, Monday will be coming up on my 4th week. Dang, yes. I think, so I came in on the 15th. 1 week, 2 week. This is my 3rd week. Yes. Wow, time is flying. Monday starts my 4th week, which means I'm only going to have 8 weeks left. That's crazy. Wow. I guess that's what the saying goes. Funny how time flies when you're having fun. And thus far, I have not had any bad experiences. I can't complain whatsoever about the hospital, about the people I work with. I mean, I've met a couple people that I'm like, girl, no, I'm not here for you. But, that's everywhere that we go. You're going to meet somebody that you're like, not my kind of chick. I'm still getting interviewed by the staff. I feel like I have met everyone, I feel like, that works on the night shift. And, this hospital is also unique in that they are unionized and their nurses work 8-hour shifts instead of 12s. So there are, I think, three or four other travelers there, and we all work 12-hour shifts. They work 8-hour shifts. So the 3 to 11 crew, they are a little type A. They are a lot of bit type A. So I feel like day shift nurses and night shift nurses are like two different people. I feel like day shift nurses are more type A than night shift, because day shift you got a lot of things to compete with. You got the suits at the hospital, you got family members there, you got a lot going on during the day. So I can see why day shift nurses are a little bit more worked up. Night shift nurses are typically a little more laid back. So although I prefer days because I like to sleep at night, I'm really a night shift nurse at heart. Like, the flow of night shift works better for me. I just don't want to stay up all night. But I do like nights. I like that it's just a little bit more relaxed environment. Day shift is a little stuffy, a little staunch, right? My first week there, they said, "You so," let me see if I can do my New England accent. They were like, "You're so laid back. You're so laid back, and you just seem just like nothing bothers you." So, very excitable around here. Can't you tell? So, I said I do get excited about stuff, but for the most part, what you see is what you get. I'm cool, calm, and collected, unless I need to elevate to the next place. Okay, so everybody's been nice. Everyone has been very accommodating. No complaints, no issues. Like, it's been pretty cool. So I thank you for asking me that question, because I definitely was going to do an update video. And here you are. We are almost 4 weeks into this assignment. And I guess I need to start thinking about where I'm going to go next, because this assignment is going to be over before I know it. Alrighty. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell button so you never miss another video from the Know It All Nurse channel. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.